So I learned 6 languages to a pretty decent level. By the way, I have a video, I'll link it somewhere here, where I speak all these languages, so you can have a look. Um, and people often ask me how many languages I speak, and when I tell someone that I speak 7 languages, including my native language, they think I'm a genius or there's magic involved or something. And they often also say that they've been learning, say, Spanish or French at school for years and they still suck at it. And they don't know why. So, in this video, I'll tell you why. I'm Sasha and I'm a polyglot and I really like learning languages and talking about languages, as you can tell. So I could tell you that the reason why you can't reach fluency or even reach a decent level to feel comfortable going to a country or speak to natives of your language is because you lack the right techniques, you're doing something wrong, and then sell you my magical 7-day course that will lead you to fluency right away. But no, unfortunately, it's not that easy. I think the actual reason and the major reason, because probably there's multiple reasons why you're so far from fluent, is that you just don't like it or you lack motivation. At school, we often don't get to choose. We just learn whatever language our parents chose for us, or sometimes it's just part of the program. And we just end up learning whatever language was there. And we don't know why. We don't know why we need it. We just have this idea. So, oh, now everyone is learning Chinese. China is getting big. So, everyone should learn Chinese in order to be successful. And then, because it's something external, internally, you actually don't understand why you need it. And this leads to cases when you even hate the language you're learning. So, it's very unlikely to lead you to success in this case. For me, I think the most important thing is to actually like the language I'm learning and have a strong interest in it or something related to it. And I can say that's my secret because I always learned languages that I was genuinely interested in. And I loved the process and I tried to make it fun and I tried to not learn a language just because this is what everyone is doing or this is this cool language that everyone considers important for success, etc. So I think it's even enough if you have an interest in something tangentially related to this language. For example, it can be Italian food or German music or Japanese movies, whatever. Maybe even this country whose language you're learning produces world class cars and you're interested in cars. So you can learn more about cars through this language, and that's already enough for a motivation. Because then your language would get you closer and you will learn more about this thing that you really like. Or maybe you have a friend or a partner, this works really well. Anyway, what is important is just to have a really strong why, to know why all these efforts are important, what they are for, and then it won't be as hard. And even when it gets hard, because no matter which language you're learning, it will get hard. I even talked about it in my video about how I learn languages, about my tips. I will also link it somewhere here or in the description. So, one of the most important things I think is motivation, having the why. But what I'm talking about here is how important it is to having your own why that inspires you, not your parents, your partner, or society in general, or whoever else. Because if you don't have this fire inside that motivates you and helps you move forward, even when it gets really hard and requires a lot of time and effort, you will just spend years cramming vocabulary, memorizing grammar rules, but they just won't stick because you'll be doing it for somebody else, or you will get to the stage where you start hating it. And of course, using the right techniques is also important, but that's, I think, it is a topic for another video. But having this internal passion will help you benefit from the process, even if you're using the wrong techniques, even if you're going to the most boring classes and doing the least effective drills. I know that because when I started learning English in middle school, my teachers didn't really use a lot of advanced techniques that I know now, and they rarely try to make classes fun. So it wasn't really great environment. It wasn't super motivating, but I just liked learning languages. I just liked English as a language. I was interested in music in English and some other stuff, and I really wanted to get better at it. So that was what helped me keep going. So what can you do if you're already learning language and you feel stuck with it and can't get motivated? Well, it's the same idea. Just try to find something that inspires you. Explore this country's culture or even economy, like what they produce, what they do. Maybe you like their literature, TV shows, cuisine, music. I don't know, the cars example or something else, and see if you might be interested in this. Or on the other hand, you can explore your own interests and see how they are connected to the country of your language and how you can use this language to learn more about things you're passionate about. Or just go online and find friends to practice your language with. This is always a great tip because then you have this personal connection that keeps you move forward because you're like, oh, I really like this person and I want to understand them better, and I just want to have these deeper conversations, because when you're talking your native language, it's always another kind of conversation rather than when you speak just lingua franca like English, for example. I know a lot of people who actually ended up getting married to their language partner. Anyway, don't just waste your time learning something you don't care about. All you need is just find something that lights you up, and then your language skills will skyrocket. I hope that was helpful. Bye.